We're in. Okay, then I'd like to call the finance meeting for March 9th to order. And we'll do roll call. Alder Galvin,
Here.
Alder Corpus Dax,
Here.
Alder Johnson,
Here.
and Alder Dorf is here. Okay, I'll entertain a motion for approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Alder Johnson, second by Alder Corpus Dax. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Approval of the minutes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Moved to approve by Alder Johnson, second by Alder Corpus Dax. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Okay, motion carries. And on to regular business. Review of the city's Green Bay 1033 program inventory. I have a question about that. Are we doing this because we asked to do it?
Yeah.
And every single month we're doing this?
No, we do it every quarter, ma'am, but in this particular one, we have a couple items that we'd like to go get, but we want to make sure that you are okay with it before we go get them.
That's what's going on, because I thought we had just done it. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Staff talk.
In this particular program, the 1033 program, as you know, we get used military equipment from the Department of Defense. In this particular case, we bid on and won at no cost to any of us two UTVs, utility vehicles, which are those four-wheeled vehicles. These are, I believe, made by Polaris, the Ranger model, used by law enforcement across the country. They're about $30,000 to $33,000 each when new. These are supposedly in very good condition, and we had the opportunity to get two of them. These would be something that we would use not only at Packer games or at big events in downtown, any kind of march or any kind of event like that. We could equip them with a loudspeaker to help direct crowds, but it'd also be very useful in any kind of an off-road situation where a standard police vehicle gets stuck, anything in Baird's Creek along any of the trails there. Last year, we went out to Kewaunee County for an individual that was suicidal, homicidal. It would have been a perfect opportunity to use it there. So what we'd like to do is finalize our procedure on these and actually go get them. And there's two of them, and they're valued at $30,000 to $33,000 each, and it's no cost to us. Now, there's nothing military about them. They don't have gun turrets. They don't have armor. They're just a standard Polaris UTV that you could buy at a Polaris UTV store and drive around your neighborhood.
All right. Alders, any comments? Yes, Alder Johnson.
So Chief, you don't actually need us to approve this, right? This is more of like, hey, I'm just kind of looking for a blessing. Meaning that unless there's objection from members of the committee, would the appropriate motion to be received and placed on file?
I believe so. We don't really need approval, but what I would hate to do is go get these or have them shipped here and get them and then have somebody say, you know what, we really don't think you guys need these, and have to send them back and incur the cost of shipping them back or driving them back there.
And I appreciate that. Sorry, go ahead, Commander Warwick.
If I could just add, we want to make sure that the finance committee is good with it. So it's not the police department militarizing the police department. So we need Mayor Genrich had when he took office, he had asked us to bring this forward to have some oversight by the finance committee on any acquisitions of the 1033 equipment.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. I don't think that there's anything about these that would, signify that they're militarized. So I'm comfortable with it. I would, again, if the appropriate motion would be to maybe receive and place on file the report while advancing support for the acquisition of the ATVs, would that be appropriate?
I say yes unless Vanessa says no. Vanessa's being quiet.
I'm looking at the way it's.
Okay.
And please note that
it's a review.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Kevin.
There's another piece of equipment on there, a scope, I believe.
Yes.
And that scope is for the SWAT team. Again, most people will never see that piece of equipment, but I just want to make sure the committee knows that other piece of equipment's on there.
It isn't an action item necessarily, but
yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah. Go ahead, Vanessa.
It's not. You're right. It's not an action item. I guess you could say you would concur, receive and place on file, and concur and receive and place on file, like acknowledging that or an acknowledge receipt. There we go. Acknowledge receipt and then receive and place on file.
Okay, does that sound good, Alder Johnson?
Yeah, that's my motion. I'm all about giving some cover on this.
All right, acknowledge receipt and receive and place on file is the motion, and second by Alder Corpus Dax. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, nay. Motion carries. Report of the Claims Committee. Are there any concerns anyone has about the claims?
I did not
Motion
have
to
any.
receive and place on file?
Okay,
Second.
receive and place on file by Alder Johnson, second by Alder Corpus Dax. Galvin's just along for the ride today.
Yeah,
All right, so
I'm in a hurry to get back to the pool.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. All right. And informational, we still have 150,000 left in the contingency fund. Nothing's been used. And the next Finance Committee meeting will be held on Tuesday, March 23rd at 4:30.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion adjourned by Alder Galvin, yeah. And second by Alder Corpus Dax. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, nay. Motion carries. We're adjourned. We'll see you in personnel in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.